Hey family, happy Friday. How are everyone doing? I am doing okay. Just trying to do the best that I can and we can, staying prayed up, praying for others, praying for you, I hope everyone is doing okay. Um, I am working from home. My husband has to be out there, working, out in the public eye. So I'm on him constantly about washing his hands and, using hand sanitizers. They're saying, about the social distancing, but when, someone who works in the law enforcement, it's pretty hard to say, to social distance themselves when that's what they do is, be around people on a regular basis. So I'm on him about, being safe, while he's out here working. Um, Family, we're gonna get out. I said get out here. Excuse me, family. We're gonna jump right into this Friday morning motivation and get our day started because I am working from home, and after I do motivation, I check on the boys and I start my work day at home. So I'm gonna jump right into this Friday morning motivation, and I hope it motivates you, family. So let's go. The first quote I have for you, it says, "In my life, I've lived, I loved, I've lost, I've missed, I've hurt, I've trusted, and I've made many, many mistakes. But most of all, I've learned." I'm going to say it again, family. In my life, I have lived, I've loved, I've lost, I've missed, I've hurt, I've trusted, and I've made many, many mistakes. But most of all, I've learned. Yes, I have, family. I have learned a lot, and I am still learning. There is no set time for you to stop learning. I feel like if you make yourself available to God, God can use you and teach you, and you can learn from God. At every stage of your life. You can never stop learning. Me and my husband try to incorporate that with the children, let them know, yeah, now we have three that's grown, but we tell, and they are grown and out there in the world, we tell them, don't think because you are grown and that you are out there in the world and everything that you can't learn stuff, because, the lessons that we have, taught you, there's many more lessons for you to learn even at the age that you are. And I also let them know that at the age that me and their dad are, that we still, as their parents, are still learning ourselves. So we let them know, don't think that, just because you're grown that that the learning stops. It does not stop, especially if you make yourself available to God. He can teach you at every stage of your life. I expect to make myself available to God, at all times, and I expect to learn more and more and more from God, up to the day that He calls me home, family. So I definitely have learned, and I'm still learning, every day, things about myself, things that I didn't know about myself, things that I need to change, things I need to work on. So I'm learning, and I'm making myself available to God to learn, family. The next quote I have for you, family, is this little aspiration that I have ran across, and it is something that touched me, and it says, "In Japan, broken objects are often repaired with gold. The flaw is seen as a unique piece of the object's history, which adds to its beauty. Consider this when you feel broken." I'm going to read it again, family. In Japan, broken objects are often repaired with gold. The flaw is seen as a unique piece of the object's history, which adds to its beauty. Consider this when you feel broken. So basically, family, we all, have, broken parts of us, that um, God can use to repair us, but as He puts us, back together and we make ourselves available to Him to allow Him to put us back together, the flaws and all pieces of us, all the pieces, all the flaws, and, all those, things that make up you are all beautiful parts of you. They are a beautiful creation. So remember, you know, the next time you feel down and you feel like, you're just broken and, you just feel, this not so right, remember this aspiration right here that we all have broken parts. We all do. We all are flawed. And to think about is that, God can use each and every part of you. The broken parts, the flawed parts, the good parts. He uses all of them to create and to remake, and to rebuild, a better you, So every piece of you is unique. Your flaws, the good things, the bad things, all of them, are unique, and you are unique, and God uses each and every piece of you, you know, to create something beautiful. So, if you feel broken, know this, that God can still, fix it, and He still can make something beautiful out of your broken, flawed pieces. Okay, family? Um, I was going to do one more, and I think I will. It's another aspiration that, I want to share with you guys. We can never, ever have too much motivation, especially with everything that we all are experiencing and going through. So this last aspiration I have for you, family, says, when she transformed into a butterfly, the caterpillar spoke not of her beauty, but of her weirdness. They wanted her to change back into what she always had been, but she had wings. And say it again. When she transformed into a butterfly, the caterpillar spoke not of her beauty, but of her weirdness. They wanted her to change back into what she always has been, but she had wings. So, I experienced, a transformation, where I like to think, like I said, God's still working on me in areas of my life, and a lot of people know me from, maybe the past, might know me for that, and come across me and they see that I'm not the same that I was in the past. And instead of accepting me for what I am now, they can't accept it. So they rather, talk about my past and the way I used to be instead of the woman I am now. And the thing about that is, I am no longer that woman. I was given my wings to fly, above, what I was in the past. And I feel like this either, you're gonna either get on board with the woman I am now, and not bring up what I used to be. If you cannot do that, if you can't accept the woman that I am now and the woman that I'm becoming, the woman God is making me to become, then I'm sorry about that. And then that might be where, our relationship, has to end. Because I am not for one that if I see somebody that is trying to change, who has changed or is transforming in the midst of transforming, and I see that they are no longer that person that I used to know, that's not a bad thing. I don't know what they have been through to cause them to change, and I don't have no right to judge them. But what I can do is accept them as they are now. And if people cannot accept you for the way that you are now, the way that God is transforming you to be, some people are, you might have to leave in your past. And that's how I feel about that, family. Okay? Family. I am praying for each and every one of you all, you and your families, stay safe, keep prayed up, keep a positive mind, try to keep a positive mind, try to stay motivated. Know that us over here at Hang with the Shoemakers, we are praying for you. We love you and your family, and we in this together. And that like I always say, God is gonna get the final word. He's gonna bring each and every one of us through this family. I believe it. I claim it in Jesus' name. Family, have a blessed Friday and a blessed weekend. And if it's in God's will, I'll see you soon, family. Bye, family. Talk to you soon.